I'm Talibah Ndidi, Director for Divine Wombs for Life. Today's topic is going to be on good reading materials for the womb. So, as we honor Grandmother Moon every time, Happy New Moon. We're going to have a new moon on Monday, the 25th. So I hope you're getting your new moon rituals together and starting something new for this new moon. So as we approach the second half of the year, this time, autumn time, a lot of people start going inward and start reflecting on the things that they started accomplishing, or either tweaking the things that they've started in the beginning of the new year. But, I know a lot of people like to read a lot during this time of the year, so I wanted to share with you some of my reading materials that I think are very, very helpful for womb health and just in general to help the mind, the body, and the spirit all around for women. So, I hope you find some time to read at least one of these great books. And I will list the names and the author below, so don't worry if you miss the name of a book. But I just wanted to share, my personal collection. This is my book. It is the first book I wrote, called Body Changes 111, Transforming into the New You. I wrote this book for young girls between 8 and 16. So it's a book about puberty, on the changes that your body going to go through. And it's also like a workbook. So it really teaches the young girls all about their womb and all about the moon and how it correlates. It is out of print right now, but I am working on the 3rd edition because this is the 2nd edition. So the 3rd edition is going to be available soon. But I just wanted to share with you that it's a great, great book for young girls between the ages of 8 and 16. I'm always talking about, being in tune with the moon. And this is one of the books that I find to be quite helpful. It's by Donna Cunningham, The Moon in Your Life. Great book. If you ever, get some time to pick it up. It really explains the cycles of the moon, the energies of the moon, how you're connected to the moon and your mother, and, your astrological signs. So it's a really good book to have in your collection. Another one for New Moon Astrology. This one is by Jeanne. It's a great book to follow the new moon and do new moon wishes. You get to write them out. And it also gives you a lot of other information, like your North Node and stuff like that. So it's a good astrology book for the new moon. This one I love. It's by Jamie Sams, The 13 Original Clan Mothers. This is a very great book, to really tap into your spirit and really understand the 13 phases of the moon. So pick it up. Great book, great read. When it's coming to healing, self-healing and really wanting to heal your mind, your body, and your spirit, I'm wanting to find that, healing takes place with your spirit, because a lot of times we don't look at our spirits being wounded as the root cause of us developing diseases. Everything starts with the spirit, and then if we don't, correct it or balance it out, then it turns into a physical ailment. So the spirit needs to be nurtured, it needs to be cared for, and it needs to be balanced at all times. So, we go through life and we have a lot of trauma, we have a lot of abuse that takes place. This is a great book by Commerse. It's called The Landscapes of Abuse, Transforming Feminine Spirit. And it also has a workbook with it. So, great book to, help women who have gone through, trials of being raped, any type of abuse, trauma, self-abuse. Just a great book all around. So, try to pick it up. Landscapes of Abuse by Commerce. Definitely working with the spirit and the body. Heal Thyself with my sister, Queen of Four. This was the 1st edition, and this is the 2nd edition, Heal Thyself. Great book on cleansing, detoxing the mind, body, and the spirit. And this is her cookbook, Heal Thyself cookbook. Great recipes in here, you know, if you want to do a fast. Great book for that. And kind of moving around. Oh, this is a great one. Falling Out of Grace. You know, Meditations on Loss, Healing, and Wisdom by Sobonfue Somé, my sister. Great book. You know, good book on meditation for wisdom. So, great one to check out. And of course, my sister, Anaiya Van Zant, Tapping the Power Within. I mean, I have all her books, but I just want to share it. In the meantime, in between time, One Day My Soul just opened up. This one, I love this one, Value in the Valley, great book. And my other spiritual sister is Anaiya, Sophia. I love this book. I mean, this is a great book, Womb Wisdom. If you really want to tap into your womb and get started on that path of healing your womb, this is a great book. She also has another one called Sacred Sexual Union, The Alchemy of Love, Power, and Wisdom. Great books. She also have other books, so just pick it up. It's Anaiya, Sophia. I love these books. I really do. This book, Jambalaya, Luisah, Teish. If you don't have this book on your shelf, I suggest you go out and get it. If you don't have any of these other ones, this one you need. Great book for, you know, a lot of ancient wisdom, charms, rituals. Really good book. These are just, you know, little other books like Aromatherapy for the Reproductive System. And this one is by Jeanne Rose. This one is Natural Treatment of Fibroid Tumors and Endometriosis by Susan Lark. Great book. Check it out. This one is Renewing Feminine Balance by Linda Page. Another great book to have in your collection. So, oh, this one, Woman Heal Thyself by Jeanne Elizabeth Blum. This book talks about the 7 forbidden points, and it is dealing with acupuncture, but you know, in China, the 7 forbidden points in acupuncture is when a woman is pregnant. Those are the points that you don't you know, use for acupuncture, and you don't massage those points because then it terminates the pregnancy. But what Jeanne did is she went into studying a little more like if you're not pregnant, what could these points be used for? And so she did, you know, a study, and she tried, you know, working on all the points, and she found out that it regulates your menstrual cycle, and it does a whole lot more. So this book, I really, you know, suggest getting it. You know, if you really like into acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine, this one is a great book because it helps regulate your menstrual cycle. Just by massaging those points, those forbidden points. And it does work. You know, sometimes, you know, women, you know, want to bring their cycle down. You can massage those points and it brings your cycle down. So it's a great book to regulate your cycle. So yeah, so that's my collection. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 great ones. Well, this one is the Woman's Health Series, the first one. And it talks about infertility, endometriosis, vaginas, menstrual problems, ovarian cysts, PMS, fibroids, yeast infections, urinary tract infection. And this one is by Burton Goldberg. Great book. Get this book if you don't get anything, because it really helps you understand the body, how it functions in the womb. So it's a great book to have. And last but not least, Women's Wisdom by Christine Northrup. Great book. As you can see, I use it as a reference book. I'm always reading it, but it's a great book to have in your collection. She touched on mind, body, spirit, everything, you know, how this culture really condition us to really hate ourselves as women, and how this culture puts women down. So great book to really understand the women's body on the spiritual and on the physical, and you know, anatomy spiritual. So check it out. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, it's a time for us to go inward. It's a time for us to learn more about who we are and how our bodies function so that we can bring balance into our bodies. So I really want you to understand that, you know, in order to heal, you have to do the work. And, you know, what I'm finding nowadays is that it's time for us to do our shadow work. It's really to work with those parts of our bodies that we don't want people to know about, you know, things that happen to us that we don't want people to know about. It's really time for us to release those things, you know, let those things go because we're holding on to them, they're attached to the wound, and they're blocking us from being our true authentic selves. So I have my 7 Gates Sacred Sexuality class coming up. It's an online course. It's going to be starting September the 21st, and it's going to be a 7-week course. So it's a great course if you really want to transform your life, if you really want to tap into your womb and really understand the 7 gates, you know, the 7 aspects of your womb, of your power, you know, tapping into your sacred power. It'd be a great online course to take. You can take it with the group or you can do it separately on your own. There's no, you know, pressure. So, but it's better to do it with the group because you get to learn more and interact, and it really helps you become a little more self-conscious and not be so afraid to share, you know, the things that happen to us because we're so closed in, and women, you know, we've been through a lot and we don't really want to open up and share these things, but that's part of the healing. So, you know, working with other women, you learn a whole lot and you heal a lot and you release a lot. So check my site for the 7 Gates Sacred Sexuality online course. Is starting September 21st. So now's the time to sign up. You do have payment options, so check it out. You know, I think it's something that you really like and really get into for 7 weeks of transforming your life. So I thank you for watching my video, and please like if you like and subscribe to my channel, and also visit my website to sign up for my free ebook, Womb Sense, Balancing Your Sacred Womb, and I will see you in 2 weeks.